Okay, so then we can call the edit project form that we built. And in there, the project is going to be equal to the editing project and the on success. Try and type this out a little more carefully this time. On success. Then what we're going to do is set editing project to null. We'll call the fetch projects just like we did up here. So fetch projects, pass in the information it needs, so page size, current page, and empty string. And the then, by the way, is saying what do we do after we receive the data. Then I'll go in and set the data the result of it will be taking the data and going in and setting the projects, data.projects. All right, so that gets a semicolon, and then we got to close our tag, so /. Okay, and then we're good. So now it doesn't recognize edit project form. We need to import that. All right, so on success, what's wrong with that? Do I just need, I don't think I've saved yet. Save. No, that's not it. I know this one should be page num here. I used current page in my notes and then changed it up on myself. Always a bad strategy. I mean, I know we need to have in here an on cancel. I don't think that's the reason we're getting an error. What do we do when we cancel? Well, we're going to set the editing project to null. Back to null. Whoops. But on success, why is it not liking that? You're killing me. React, you're killing me. Oh, thank you, ChatGPT. I just paused for a second and found it. So there's supposed to be an equal sign here. So the on success is equal to this, the on cancel is equal to this. Let's finish this out by going in the actual edit button and making code. So we've got here the button. Right now we're just logging things, but let's actually make it do something. So on click, not just, well, I'll replace the logging stuff actually, just to make it cleaner. So on click, what do we want to do? We want to call the handle delete method p.projectID and now there's no such thing as the handle delete method, so I forgot to do that part. Man, this video is really going over. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm just going to cut this in 2 pieces. You'll never even know. We'll do part 1 and part 2, and this will be perfect for the edit. Other than it's just going to be more videos. So we did fail to put that in there. So I want to create, just like I had a handle. Where are they? Oh, those are in the other one actually. So up here above, let's see, where do we want to put it? So I've dropped it in just below the on effect call, which is right here. Oh, okay. Why are we handling delete? I just realized. So we don't want to handle delete yet. That's coming next. On the click, we want to set the editing project equal to the project p.projectID so that we can pass that information into the project. And it's saying argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of type set stake action project null, which is relating to up here. You know what's happened, by the way, is the morning videos, I recorded up to a certain point in the morning, went to lunch, came back. We're now into afternoon. So what you're seeing here is afternoon recording. As I'm trying to remember exactly why this should be working. Yeah, I don't know. Let me pause for a moment and try and figure this out. Oh, and that was just a moment. What we're expecting is a project, not the project ID yet. We just want the project. So I need to pass in just P, the whole thing, the whole unit, hand it with everything into the set editing project. So then I'll call that set editing project that's sitting in there. And so then when the user clicks on the button, that's what I'm going to do, is set the editing project equal to the project that's selected. So on each row of that table, it'll have that whole project's information. And recall that the set editing project here, as we change that, it's going to show that form here for that editing project, that there's something there. And so it'll pop up this form. So let's test this out. Let's see if this works. All right, save that. We're still running. So I'll pull up. In fact, I'm just going to cancel and do another npm run dev. Pop it up. There's our main page. So then I'll say /admin projects. I click on edit. It pops up our form with the information because it's passed that information through. And I can say, oh shoot, this one is non-functional. So this is St. Paul's Roman Catholic Primary School. We, of course, it says add project there, but now it shows as non-functional. So our edit works, but we probably ought to change this form on the edit to, instead of say add project, to say update project. So let's go into our form as we're coming in here with that button. Oh, sorry, we want to be in the form itself. So that's the edit project form. Then down here where we have our buttons, instead of saying add project, we could say update project. Save that, go back to our site, go into that admin list of projects, click on edit, and let's change this back to functional. Update project, and now it shows as functional. So pretty slick. Now that was a lot, a very long video. From my perspective, we're almost at 20 minutes, but from your perspective, you won't even know. It's 2 10-minute videos, but other than the fact that I told you. So, and that there was no Spencer out in the middle. I guess that will be a telling factor as well. But without too much trouble, once we have this all set up in the API to receive that information, now we basically have the same thing as the add project form, same idea, that we were going to require that we have a project and then this on success, on cancel. So then in the admin's projects page, when we call this edit project form, we pass in whichever project was the one that we were editing, right? And then we set it back to null. We go fetch the new data, set projects to whatever that projects is, and we're going on the API side. Once we call this update project list, edit project form is what I meant. So here in the edit project form, we have our handle submit, which is going to go call that update project, passes the information to the API, which calls the water controller API, and we're able to update the data. Very good. Spencer out.